Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more For the King. So, we're moving through the Lich's Crypt, I believe is the name of the dungeon. Yeah, right up there, it says that. And things aren't necessarily going all that well. I am going to use a Godspear here to try and heal up Will Scarlet a little bit, but it seems like the AI has a penchant for focusing her down, and so far she's died twice in this dungeon. And honestly, I really am seeing the problems with this game as far as balancing. I think the game's a good game, and I think it has potential, but right now it is just not very well balanced. For instance, in this dungeon, I think I have yet to see an AI character not get a perfect roll on every attack. And that just is not good as far as a game mechanic standpoint. The AI should have just as good of a chance of failing as you do, especially with how much damage they deal, how much attrition you have in this game with healing items being incredibly hard to get. I just don't think the game's very well balanced. I think everything else is there. They just need to get on that for sure. At least the game developers do. But in case, let's continue on. And there's just certain game elements, too, that I don't agree with. I don't agree with the fact that stores don't replenish their items, the fact that the cost of items ramps up as you go. Those things I don't agree with either. So there's definite improvements I could see to the game balance. Now, this game still is in early access, so we have hopes that that will happen. Oh, these are new characters. I mean, there is my point. I mean, look at how many perfect rolls we're getting. Every single roll the AI is doing right now is a perfect roll, without fail. That is just not good. That is... And I don't have that same ability. I have to blow focus points. I have to watch rolls that I have very high chances of succeeding fail in my face. I mean, look there. I don't get a perfect roll. Yet, the AI, when they get their turn, they'll get a perfect roll. That's just not really... I don't want to say fair. It's just not really well balanced. I could do a party heal here, and I'm actually half tempted to do so. It would not really benefit Robin Hood all that much, but it would maybe keep my other party members alive. So I am going to do that, even though I don't know how much good it's going to do. Alright, so I'm going to focus down, or at least attempt to focus down a character here. I don't have pretty much anything in the way of focus. I'm not actually sure where all my focus went. Maybe some of those attacks drained that. And, you know, as important as focus is, you can lose it awfully easily, and it's very hard to get back. Alright, I don't get a perfect roll. Now let's watch the AI get a series of perfect rolls. Perfect roll. Perfect roll. Well, granted, that was not a very hard roll to do. Perfect roll. I mean, is my point, you know, do you see my point here on how badly balanced this game is? Because these combats would not be hard if that was the case. If the AI had the same chance of failing as I did, this game wouldn't be nearly as hard as it is. And maybe it's a sense of artificial difficulty. Let me put it that way. And artificial difficulty is not satisfying difficulty. It's just petty, in my opinion. And it's not needed either. This game would be plenty difficult without it. But let's just go ahead and continue here. I could use another party heal, but I think that would be partially wasted. Alright, so we're going to have another spat of perfect rolls here. Perfect roll drop. I mean, ever since I've been in this dungeon, I have yet to see the AI have non-perfect rolls. And not only that, if you're gonna do that, don't show me that they're getting perfect rolls, because that just rubs it in my face. Just do the perfect rolls behind the scenes and don't tell me. Because it's not a good thing for the player to see, that the AI just always gets perfect rolls. I mean, why even show that? They're always doing the same thing. Oh well. So, we're not going to lose Chaos here because we had a Sanctum, but then we do lose the bonus that the Sanctum gave us. Alright, I don't know what that means. Yeah, that crumbles. So that is a bonus that is permanently removed from the game now. And I might as well heal up as well, because when you're revived, you don't get full health, which means I'm going to have to pass the healing item over and then use it. Okay. I mean, there are some slight interface things that probably could be improved as well. But I think we're ready to move on. We should be at the boss at this point. And even though this is a remarkably short dungeon, I mean, we died 3 times. I honestly don't know if we'll beat this boss, because I have almost no focus. And I'm expecting this to be a rather difficult task. I could do a spread shot, but I'd have to perfect it, and it'd only do 1 damage to the skeleton. So I figure, why don't we just focus down the skeletons, overwhelm them with what damage output we can do, which is not much. Oh, wow, not a perfect roll. That's the first time yet in this dungeon, but they follow it up with a perfect roll, and then another perfect roll. Fortunately, I have high evasion, so I am able to dodge some of the damage. I might as well blow what focus point I have left, and don't get a perfect roll, so I only do 5 damage. We're going to continue to focus on the skeleton, though. But I suspect that I don't know. I don't know how good our chances of survival here is. If I get a perfect roll, even then I won't drop him, so, I mean, I'm going to try for it. Oh, okay, never mind. Guess I just have bad math there. Yeah, that would have been... Yeah, okay, yeah, perfect roll, we could have dropped him. Alright, we're going to continue to go after the skeletons to, I think, just make our chances better so we have less attacks against us. Don't have any focus points left, so we're just going to have to get a perfect roll without it. And then, if we're lucky here, I am going to go ahead and burn 1 focus point. We will not get a perfect roll. Oh boy, okay. And unfortunately, the skeleton is still up, so he gets to do a perfect attack to me and do 23 damage. And get to go again. Okay. I think at this point I'm just going to go with a normal attack, because if we get enough successes, we'll drop the skeleton. Okay, good. Now we can go after the Lich. You know, I don't really do these things all that often, and maybe that's a mistake, but I'm just going to go after the Lich here and roll terribly. Well, he doesn't have that much armor, so we'll go after him that way. Except roll terribly. And watch him roll a perfect roll yet again. Alright, well, we can try and defeat his armor. I might as well blow focus. Maybe not all of the focus, just 1 point. There we go. Only does 9 damage. We still have a chance, although we'll probably have another party member drop for sure. Because he's not doing enough damage that he can do that. Alright, well that doesn't help. Alright, we'll try and defeat his armor. And just fail that. Blow another focus point. Okay, we're not doing too bad. Couple more good rolls if we can manage it. Might drop the Lich here without losing anyone. That was a fortunate dodge. Okay. I don't think it's worth going through his armor. As long as we get a good enough roll here. There we go. Ah, we just managed to get out without losing another party member. But I just feel like this whole endeavor was a lot harder than it needed to be. Well, this is just flat up better, so I am going to equip it. And we'll move on. And I guess it doesn't matter who opens it. I'll open it with somebody that has health. Okay, so we get a book of lore. Okay, so yeah, that's interesting. Performer's hat. So this is more than likely going to be best for the minstrel, just based off of the talent and luck bonuses. And it just looks like it's better all around, so we'll equip that. We have a war spear, which is definitely better than the current spear that we are using, so we're going to equip that. And we're going to exit the dungeon. Alright, well, we managed it. I am going to also... Alright, go through my inventory. So, the upgrade that I think we have, pretty obviously, is moving this over to Marion. And then having Marion put it on. Because she just has an old leather helm, and if we look at the sturdy leather helm, it's more or less double the bonus, so we'll equip that. And then I'm going to use, I think, this item so that we can rest at the camp with all of our party members. Maybe I should move a little bit, because I think resting ends your turn. And if I were to pick a direction to move to... Well, we could move over here, and then we'd have the Stone Hero, which we could use to try and balance the deficit of experience that Marion has built up at this point. Out of curiosity, as things are ramped up in difficulty, they have! I bet you everything is ramped up in cost as well. I almost kind of wonder if this is just a way of artificially padding out the early access game so you don't realize how short it is, because I kind of wonder after this quest, there's probably one other quest, and that's probably the tower. I may be wrong in that, but we've already explored a lot of the game world, at least as far as I can tell. So that might just be the way the game works at the moment. All right, well, I'm going to move over here. Most of the characters should be able to, at minimum, get 3 movement points. Alright, well, I just got into a combat I don't want to get into. I am going to retreat, because I don't want to go that way. Alright, well, never mind. We're not going over that way. Instead, we're going to go over here. And I'm going to put the camp down over here, because I don't want to move too far and lose the ability to use the camp. And unfortunately, you can either heal up or get focus, not both. So I'm just going to rest and get 25 hit points. So these camps are even not all that great at this stage of the game. They don't really give you all that much health. But I am going to do it nonetheless, because it is worth doing. So if the difficulty goes up and everything ramps up like that, costs, why doesn't the benefits of your items ramp up too? Or something like that. Well, at this point, I still want full health, even though I desperately need the focus as well. Okay, well, the Bandit King has awoken, because I think there's enough chaos in the realm that these things can trigger. Okay, toll gates on all of the crossroads, ambushes on every winding road. No wagon shall reach its destination intact. The highways are mine. All shops and service prices are increased. Oh, okay, like they weren't already doing that. Lovely. Now, I could go and fight that to try and mitigate the issue. I think I'm just going to stay at the camp and then get... Well, actually, I did get some focus points back. Interesting. All right, well, never mind. Well, this is a level 6, so I highly doubt we'll be able to tackle that. Especially if it works anything like the other camp that we came across, where it just... there was a guy that just ran away from us, and you have to defeat him to be able to seal it, so there's that too. You know, honestly, we might be able to take danger level 6 at this point. I have another curiosity point. Okay, that's still danger level 5. So I think the right call is to move this way and then go down this way, because we've got this, you know, Sea Hag. That's not that bad of a combat. And we've got the Stone Hero and other things over here that we might want to check out. So I think that's worth doing. Let's move this way. And our obvious route is moving over that way. So I'm going to come over here. Oh, okay. Well, I guess our party is healed up at this point, so I'm going to try and ambush. I am going to burn a focus point here to try and make it more likely. We got our success. Good. Alright, so defensive stance, armor up. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go after this guy. If we're lucky, we'll drop him before he runs away, which he is probably going to do. A lot of that depends on whether we can get good rolls here or not. Of course we can't get good rolls. He's just going to run away. On his turn, he's going to run away, and we're going to lose 40 gold, and it's just going to be the stupidest. Oh, okay, never mind. Finally, we get a good result. Alright, so we should get the gold back. And that was stolen from Marion, I believe, so we'll collect. Alright, well that was not too bad. I do want to take a look at this boat. So, you can purchase or launch a boat from this dock, and we know we have to go somewhere across the sea. I'm just going to end my turn, though. I'm kind of curious what this is. Okay, sea cave, so it's danger level 5. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel on this, but that's just kind of my opinion, that it seems like danger levels of dungeons leveling up just seems to me to not really be that great to me. There's something to be said about challenge leveling up with you, but there's also something to be said that, you know, maybe it's just everything just keeps ramping up, and it only makes your chance of succeeding all the more unlikely. Alright, well, if we attack the Sea Hag now, it would only draw... It'd only draw Robin Hood, which is not ideal, so... Oh, I didn't think we were going to pass through the Sea Hag, so that's my bad. There's blue. Well, we could ambush this guy and draw him in. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll blow a focus. Get our ambush, so we're only going to be fighting him. This is a high danger level. We're going to try and go for the armor pierce, but I don't have any focus, so I can't help myself there. Alright, so not great luck in that case. Not a whole lot I can do. I mean, I could speed down the guy, but even with a perfect roll, it'd only do 2 damage. I think the damage is more important. Okay, that's good. And... go for another armor pierce here. Still failed to get a perfect roll. And... I guess we go with this. Although I am tempted to use one of these things, I just want to go for the damage here. Oh wow, imagine that, a perfect roll. I was so surprised with that. Alright, well, he's pretty slow, so I have a feeling we're going to probably kill him. Even terrible rolls will probably result in that. There we go. Okay, so we get another performer's hat. And I figure as long as it gives us bonuses, we might as well take it. Looks like to me that this is a straight upgrade over the sturdy leather helm, because you get the same amount of armor, you get more resistance, and then you get other stats beyond. So let's go ahead and equip that. And and I guess I'll just move over here. Alright, well, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So we're managing to survive, but... Oh, look at that. +2 movement bonus. So that'd be pretty useful for us. Marion's probably the good candidate because she already lost her other sanctum, and she could do with the healing and the upgrade and focus. In any case, I think we're going to go ahead and put a cut here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.